Okay, well, today's the day. The box came from Poison Spyder, and these are my new trail corners. These guys are pretty heavy duty. Packaging is nice, the way that Poison Spyder always sends their stuff here. Let's just get this box opened up with one hand, as always. It's so much fun. There's all the nut inserts and the tool, which I won't be using. I bought an actual nutsert gun, which is way easier than trying to do it by hand. For the packaging, really nicely done here. They've got the cardboard with the foam, and then there's the actual corner guards in there with plastic bags around them, and then slid into the actual formed foam and cardboard. Again, awesome shipping. They came nicely, powder coated, right from factory with the Poison Spyder bombshell. Really good stuff. So there we go. They're out of the box, and let's move on to installing these bad boys. I apologize for the horrible 420 pixelation here. I thought I grabbed a good camera, but apparently no. I thought this thing at 1080p, it did not. It had like 420. So I apologize. Here I am. I'm taking off the driver's side taillight here, the rear taillight. So you got to take that off. It's super easy to do. I'm unhooking it from the factory wiring here and getting rid of that to make room for me to cut away. So I'll just show you really briefly here what it looks like when you take it away, and there's your OEM wiring. So this is going to be more like in some fast time here, just cleaning it off and getting it ready. Alright, with the set of needle nose pliers, you're just going to squeeze behind this. It's going to pop right out. It's just a metal like plate there that holds the screw in place from the tail lights. So you're just going to pop that, and there's going to be like a hole there that left by, whoa, got shot out there. And then once that's out, we actually have to cut away at that spot to fit in the Poison Spyder corner guards. It actually calls for cutting. If you don't like cutting, you really don't want to you don't really want to put these corner guards on. There's a lot of cutting, as you see as the video progresses here. And now we just pop out the screwdriver. Why'd you do that? It's pretty simple. And this is where the fun comes in. Here I am, just cutting away. Get your grinder out, boys and girls. Make sure you have a metal grinding wheel. And then I just basically cut that whole part out, that whole section where you can see where I've pulled the plates out. That whole thing has to come right out. So you just gotta really try very carefully to keep it straight and go up that line. It's already in the body itself. So you just kind of keep that level with the line there, and you're gonna cut with the line. Be very careful. Hold it steady, of course. Wear your proper eyewear. Oh, and also as you watch here, try not to break your wheel, as I did. And it shot off and almost hit me in the face. So that was awesome.
Alright, round two.
Round two is correct, but this time I got my downhill mountain bike helmet on with my glasses. I'm not taking any chances here. I don't feel like dying with bits of metal flying off my Jeep or any more grinding wheels shooting off and hitting me in the face. Again, this is the first one I'm doing here, so I'm just being really careful. Probably too careful, but the passenger side went a lot faster, of course. But here I'm just really, once I get my groove on, I start understanding how this thing is cutting and stuff. You know what? Anybody can do this. If I can do it, anybody can. I'm just cutting away at it and cutting away at it. It took me a little bit, right? So I wanted to make sure I was doing it correctly. Getting some tape out here as a guide to where I should be cutting. Also, I did it too, so I don't actually destroy the rest of the paint, because I don't want it to rust. Even though it's covered up by the trail guards, I don't want it to rust behind there. And then back to it, gloves on, got the eye protection on, got the helmet on, and I'm giving her. I am giving her. Here we go. Let's cut some more off here. Alright, and this cut is the hardest because you're doing like it's really small. It's two. You're doing 2 incisions right here. This was fun. That part was fun. Especially, you know, on a nice new Jeep, like, well, not new, but on a pretty good-looking Jeep that has no scratches or dents, and I'm cutting sheet metal. But I'm fully committed at this point. There's no turning back. It's looking pretty good, though. I'm just trying to get as much of that part out that I need to get out for the trail corners. Grab the rest of the metal because I couldn't cut it off, and just grab the old pliers and pulled it off. I'll sand this down a little bit more too with the sanding wheel, but just to get most of that metal off. As you can see, just cutting and cutting and cutting. Alright, and this is going to be the last part here. Just doing the exact same thing up top almost like I did on the bottom there. 3 cuts, and just make sure you get it, and just pull it right off. And that's it. Done. This is what it looks like. This is the aftermath of what it looks like after. Alright, this next step here, I used clamps, and I clamped the corner guards to the body, and I took like a little press, right, and I banged it in there to make a notch so that I could make pilot holes here with a smaller drill and get it ready for the big drill that's coming. But I went through and I did them all. A little painstaking, but man, when you're putting something on your truck, you want it to be precise. So as you can see, I clamped it all down. Alright, now we're moving on to drilling with a 25/64 drill bit. 25/64 drill bit. Here we go, we're drilling in. I marked all the holes out, of course, with a pilot drill. And then I'm going to take the bigger drill and I'm going to go through. There we go. I'm just cleaning up the holes now, and then I'm putting the nutsert in. It just slides in, as you can see here. Goes right on in, and then you're going to grab your nutsert tool and do as I do and invest in an actual tool, not the one that comes with the kit. All right, so all nutserts are in. I used a little bit of paint after I drilled the holes, then some silicone on the actual nutserts. Okay, and I'm just going to paint this. I JB welded this because when you cut your double-sided sheet metal, you're going to notice that it kind of moves. Now it's nice and joined. The JB weld did a good job of just keeping it all together. So there we go. All the nutserts are in. Hope to God everything lines up. Spray paint this, put it on, hook up. I have to drill the hole still for the hole saw, but I'm going to put this on first so I have a really good starting point. Alright. Okay, so here's when we switch it out. We're going to a hole saw here. I had to change out my Makita battery drill to a corded drill, so I'd have more power to get this thing to actually dig through the metal. So then once I got it done and got the hole through, I switched back to the Makita, put a grinder bit on it, got rid of all the loose shavings that are off the metal so it wouldn't be sharp. There's my little 3M silver vinyl to pop behind the actual corner guards, but all the nutserts are in. I checked them all; they were all tight, none of them moved. Oh, and there we go. Corner guards are on. Looking pretty sick. I'm pretty impressed. Everything fit. And now we're just doing the pasture side. Same thing, man. But I got better. I got way better, way faster. Got her all done. Pulled everything out, and away we go. We're doing the bottom here. And then again, I'm just I'm drilling through all my pre-drills that I've already done on the pasture side, and just making sure I go through it, get it right in there, get the holes all done. There we go. Now it's through. Perfect. And then I go to the larger. So I went basically like pilot drill, like small drill bit, middle drill bit, and then the main one that you're supposed to use for the Nutsert. I used my paint match that came with the vehicle just to paint every single hole. I know it's painstaking, but up here in Canada, man, stuff rusts. So I went through and I painted every hole that I drilled just to make sure that no rust would come from the Nutserts. And then I was putting the Nutserts in. Here's the tool I bought. It's pretty awesome. It worked really well. It's from Spyder. I actually also siliconed those as well. So when I pushed them through and cranked them down and crushed them, there was silicone all inside there too, which was nice just to keep any seal there as well so no water would get in. And then I'm checking the threads here, as you can see. I'm putting the stainless steel bolts in there, making sure nothing's moving and that everything's good. It's all lined up. Even got the 3M tape on this one as well. All the holes are in there. Everything lined up pretty darn good as usual, just like the driver's side. So now I'm going to throw these corner guards on the passenger side. Here we go. The only thing is, I wish these were available in the aluminum. There was like a longer version that went all the way to the door that was aluminum. A couple years back, I believe, or something, when Poison Spyder was still Poison Spyder and not owned by 4 Wheel Parts. But anyways, these are the metal ones. Got them on there. They're kind of heavy, but man, they're stout. Really good and protective. Everything lined up really nicely again. I'm quite happy that everything lined up, and I took my time. There we go. Passenger side is on. Hey, thanks a lot for watching this video, and throw a like and subscribe there if you liked my video. Thanks for watching, guys.